Hello, welcome to Club Sport Officer Training. At the Fontaine Center and Health Promotion Department located in the University Health Center, we offer a variety of services to support students in their health and well-being. At the Fontaine Center, we use a harm reduction approach, meaning we are not here to tell students not to drink or consume substances. We also do not assume that everyone is engaging in alcohol or other drug use. Rather, our goal is to provide information so everyone can make informed decisions during your time here to be safe and successful. This graphic is a quick summary of the variety of free and confidential services our department offers for all UGA students. Our services include nutrition and cooking classes, relationship and sexual health services, recovery services for substance use and eating disorders, support for those impacted by interpersonal violence, up-center intervention training to learn how to help UGA community members, and wellness coaching to help achieve really any and all well-being goals. If someone is choosing to engage in alcohol use, it is important to consider how it can impact individual or team performance. Alcohol can interfere with lactic acid breakdown and result in increased soreness after exercise. Feeling tired can last for days after consumption, and exercising with a hangover has been shown to decrease athletic performance capacity by as much as 11%. And research shows that athletes who drink at least 1 ounce of alcohol per week have an elevated risk of injury as compared to athletes who do not drink at all. Consuming alcohol depresses immune functioning and slows the healing process for sports-related injuries. To optimize performance, if someone is choosing to consume alcohol, avoid alcohol at any level for at least 48 hours before an event or practice. Avoid intense exercise before drinking and rehydrate after exercise to allow your body to recover after activity before consuming alcohol. Sometimes there is a perception that the more we drink, the more fun someone will have. The biphasic response highlights that this is not always the case. When someone starts drinking, they may experience positive effects like being more relaxed or outgoing. But as BAC continues to rise, they can start to experience negative experiences. The biphasic response identifies a BAC of 0.05 to 0.06 as a level to maximize positive experiences and avoid negative feelings. We use BAC and can't go by a certain number of drinks since this may look different for each individual. For some people on certain days, even 1 drink for an individual could result in negative outcomes. The following factors can impact blood alcohol concentration. Rate of consumption, which is how fast and how much alcohol someone consumes, will have a direct impact on their BAC. Sex assigned at birth. Individuals assigned female at birth have less enzymes in the stomach to break down alcohol and will have a higher BAC compared to individuals assigned male at birth if consuming the same amount of alcohol. Body size. A larger body size will have a higher blood volume to distribute alcohol volume. Someone with a larger body size has a larger blood volume to help distribute alcohol in the body. A smaller body size will have a higher BAC compared to someone of a larger body size. Eating a balanced meal before and during drinking can help slow down the rate at which alcohol is absorbed into the bloodstream. While some students think carbs are best to eat before drinking, it is actually fat that can take the longest to digest. If choosing to drink, someone should have a balanced meal of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, since the carbohydrates and protein can help provide fuel for your body to metabolize the alcohol. If someone is hosting a party, have non-alcoholic drinks and food available. Not only can this help individuals choosing to drink, but can also provide options for individuals at the party who do not drink alcohol. As a reminder, if someone is tired, stressed, or is sick, their body is not functioning at normal capacity and can result in a higher BAC compared to days when they are feeling their best. Using other drugs and medications can also have adverse reactions for an individual when consuming alcohol. Do not mix substances. Remember to go slow, do not compare use to others, and pace. While tolerance will not impact BAC, it can impact how someone feels under the influence of alcohol or other substances. If someone has a high tolerance, they can be more likely to make risky decisions, like choosing to drive since they may not feel the effects of alcohol, but can still be impaired. If drinking, remember to not compare to others or try to keep up. If someone takes a break from drinking, such as a few weeks or months, or changes their environment, their tolerance may decrease. It is important that students can recognize standard drink measurements if they see mixed drinks being made. For liquor, 1.5 ounces is one standard drink. For most wines, 5 ounces is one standard drink. And for most beers, 12 ounces is one standard drink. Keep in mind that some craft beers can have a higher alcohol concentration and standard drink sizes would differ. Drinks served in open source containers like Hunch Punch can contain high amounts of alcohol and can have other substances added into them. Individuals should avoid drinking out of open source containers or if they do not know how much alcohol is in a drink. Just like alcohol, cannabis, sometimes commonly referred to as weed, is a depressant which slows the central nervous system. Depending on the method of consumption, effects can be felt in a few seconds or take upwards of 90 minutes. We have seen some cases of increased overdoses, especially with edibles, due to overconsumption. Someone may start eating an edible, not feel the effects, and continue consuming, not realizing that it can take some time to feel the effects. In recent years, the potency of THC continues to rise. Cannabis research from the 1990s and early 2000s is no longer relevant for the cannabis products consumed today. We are starting to see some current research on today's cannabis, including increases in emergency room-related visits related to high-potency THC. Daily use has also been linked to increased psychosis and mental health impacts. We do want to highlight that UGA is a smoke-free and cannabis-free campus. As an institution that receives federal funding, we are required to uphold federal laws regardless of state laws. Even in states where it is legal to consume cannabis, like in Colorado or California, cannabis consumption is not allowed on college campuses that receive federal funding. Many times, when asking individuals, is it safer to drive under the influence of alcohol or cannabis, people usually default to cannabis. However, because they are both substances that act as depressants, it is not safe to drive under the influence of either substance. Specifically, with cannabis, it can impact reaction time, how fast we think the light will turn red, how close we are to another car, or making it more likely to fall asleep at the wheel. Impairment can set in shortly after use and persist for up to 6 hours, depending on individual characteristics as well as potency of cannabis use. If someone has been consuming edibles, it can be unsafe to drive for up to 12 hours. If someone is choosing to use a rideshare, make sure they confirm the make and model of the car, ask the driver who they are there to pick up, travel in groups, and wait in a safe space for the ride. Individuals sometimes think that cannabis can help with sleep, help with anxiety, or improve appetite. When we ask students how they know this, they often respond with, well, if I stop using cannabis, I can't eat, I can't sleep, or I feel anxious. These symptoms are actually consistent with withdrawal symptoms from cannabis. Research shows that while cannabis use can help someone fall asleep faster, it will also decrease the amount of REM sleep a person is able to get. This can lead to feeling tired the next day. If a person stops using, they often experience strange and intense dreams or insomnia, which are also withdrawal symptoms. This can last 2 to 3 weeks. Studies have also shown that cannabis use exacerbates symptoms of depression and anxiety, especially with frequent use. If someone has been using cannabis and experiences anxiety, difficulty concentrating, or decreased attention, they should consider reducing or stopping their use. As athletes at the University of Georgia, take some time to reflect on the following questions. It is important to note that not all students drink alcohol or consume substances. How will they be impacted as members of your team, and what can you do to make them feel included? Regardless of someone's decision to consume substances or not, it is important to have a plan for the evening and strategies to match. As a part of a caring team, How can members promote an environment where everyone is welcome, regardless of decisions to not use substances? Here are some strategies to keep in mind. Keep an eye out for each other and intervene early if needed. If consuming alcohol, have a balanced meal, which is carbs, protein, and fats, to slow down the rate of absorption of alcohol into the body, and keep snacks on hand. Not only does this create a welcoming environment for those choosing not to drink, it can ensure steady fuel related to absorption of alcohol. Since alcohol is a diuretic and dehydrating, water can help someone stay hydrated and help pace. Avoid pre-made drink containers since there is no way to measure or know the amount of standard drinks within that container. Know what's in your cup and measure drinks. Remember to go together, stay together, and ensure everyone arrives at their final destination together. And as always, have a plan for everyone to get home safely. Depending on someone's intoxication level or the potency of a substance, an individual may experience alcohol poisoning or greening out. For alcohol poisoning, if someone is experiencing any one of the following symptoms, they need medical attention. Remember to stay with the individual and do not leave them alone since their blood alcohol concentration, or BAC, can continue to rise. Get help. Greening out can be felt from overconsumption or high-potency cannabis products. If someone is experiencing any of the symptoms or severe symptoms, leaving them by themselves can be dangerous for themselves or others. Get help. Medical amnesty is in place to ensure that no one waits to call for help. This policy can help protect both the person calling for help and the person they are calling for from certain charges, including underage alcohol use or consumption of illegal substances, if they are in need of medical attention due to the consumption of substances. There are free and confidential support services available through the Fontaine Center if you have questions or want help if you notice substance use is impacting someone's daily responsibilities, such as skipping meetings or classes due to substance use, are too intoxicated, or showing up hungover to practices. We offer free and confidential consultations, so don't hesitate to check in if you have questions. We also house RSVP that provides a 24-hour hotline and on-call advocacy services to assist students who have been impacted by interpersonal violence. You can contact us 24/7 at the 706-542-SAFE number listed on this slide. We are confidential and we are free. Not everyone on this campus is able to confidentially talk about options and assist survivors, so it's important to know who is able to do this. Our services also include academic assistance, housing assistance, including temporary emergency housing changes, trauma counseling, help with reporting, and more. Thank you for joining us today, and good luck this year.